The fifth wave of feminism is here, and it's going to change the world as we know it. My prediction? This is going to be a counter movement to the fourth wave, where women start embracing their femininity instead of tearing down masculinity. Cool, women have joined men in the workforce, but now they've realized that they've lost sight of the things that actually make them strong women, like their warmth, their love, and their ability to nurture the people in their lives. They're realizing that they're now in debt to sexual liberation and hookup culture. It ruined them, and now they're realizing that competing with men resulted in no fulfillment whatsoever. They just serve their male boss instead of the man in their home. All for what? 12 weeks of paid maternity leave? Yeah, you could keep that. Feminism destroyed the traditional family and the natural dynamics between men and women. And now women are waking up. We're going to see a fifth wave, and the women that lead it will be the ones that recognize masculinity maintains society, while femininity maintains life. Welcome to the fifth wave, my guys.
Well, I hope you're right, and that's wishful thinking. But we may already be in what she calls the fifth wave now, and you'll see what I mean in a second. What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Ron back with another video. If you're new to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. I wanted to play that first clip first because I found that very interesting, and she may have a valid point based on the next two clips that I'm going to play for you. Now, I've already gone over this subject before, but I guess this is starting to trend as well. Apparently there are some people that are in their feelings about this trad wife trend that's going on. Now, as you know, the passport bro movement is about men going overseas to find more traditional minded like women, and we catch a lot of heat for it. Well, it looks like these trad wives are catching the same, if not worse, heat for wanting to be traditional themselves. Check this out.
A woman named Ash Sarkar argues that trad wives are really just agents of a far-right political agenda. Here she is.
Though the idea of women being confined to the home while men do things like go outside and work isn't exactly new, the image of 1950s suburban domesticity has been given a new lease of life by the gals on TikTok. And look, I'm not saying there's anything inherently degrading about being a mum or making nice meals. It's saying that being a woman or expressing your femininity most fully means doing all the domestic labor. It's advancing a right-wing political ideology and dressing it up as a lifestyle. These women are often really young, in their 20s, and they're preaching the values of submitting to a husband to an audience of other young women. The tradwife trend doesn't exist in isolation. It's linked to deeply regressive political and social movements such as Christian and white nationalism and anti-feminism.
Feminism is an ideology which cannot be defended by feminists.
It's part of a wider shift of young people being dissatisfied with neoliberalism and wanting social change.
Well, she's right about that last point. Not any of the rest of it, but the last point anyway. But before we flesh that out, let's consider a few other points. First, you see how stigmatization is perhaps the left's most common and useful tool. Always has been. I mean, even as they claim that they want people to be free to live their lives without judgment, the truth is that they have a very rigid idea about what sorts of lifestyles should be embraced. And the standard is very simple, actually. It's not complicated. We should celebrate any and all lifestyles that would not be traditionally considered normal.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. When I first saw this clip, I was kind of like low-key upset. And I see what he means by the particular tool that they're using. You might as well just line this up with sign language. And pay close attention to the words that she used. She said regressing and agenda push. This is a push by the right wing. Bruh. Something to that nature. So you mean to tell me just because people want to operate their family the way it was when we had majority, if not most people were married, because people want to bring back the nuclear family is frowned upon? Like, I won't see. I need people to like really like digest and understand this clown world that we live in called the USA. At a time where we were the most married, at a time where the nuclear family was the backbone and the heart of this country, when we were thriving, you have women like her who are against it.
What is that?
But these will be the very same women that will complain and say a whole bunch of evil and nasty stuff about men and then expect men to just keep their mouth shut and take it. These are the kind of women that hate it when men like myself or other YouTubers or any kind of male advocate, whether it be male or female, speaks up. Because these women can sit over here and say, men aren't traditional anymore. Men aren't traditional anymore. We're still held to a traditional standard, are we not? Regardless of how much money we make, everything else that a man is supposed to do is still held to a traditional standard. I'm like, see, that's the part women don't want to talk about. Nope. Now let's keep it moving. I want to play this other clip as well.
Here's the thing. Anytime a conservative criticizes something that they see on social media, like any number of these crazy trans teachers that are trying to groom your children, you always have people saying, oh, well, what about live and let live? They're just minding their own business. Why can't you let someone be happy? But we know that the left doesn't actually mean that, because anytime someone even remotely traditional or conservative does the same, case in point these trad wives, they are attacked. And there's not many leftists saying, hang on, why don't we just live and let live with these ladies? They're not doing anything wrong. In fact, quite the opposite. We actually have hit pieces on trad wives that are asserting they're spreading far-right propaganda. I'm not even kidding. We have this from the New York Post. TikTok's viral trad wife trend accused of romanticizing an era where sexism and racism ruled. That's right, ladies. If you have a blog or you make TikTok videos talking about how you like to cook and these are different recipes, and your husband, he's the one who goes outside of the home for work, so you can spend more of your time just focusing on, things like your children or the housekeeping. Did you know you're actually spreading racism?
You can't make this shit up. You can't make this shit up. Y'all heard it.
Oh my God, bro.
You stupid.
And y'all wonder why guys are getting passports.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
Think about that. See, this is more of these buzzwords and these terms that they come up with to try to shut you up, but the terms don't make any sense. Right-wing propaganda.
What is that?
And she is 100% right. That's one of the biggest hypocrisies about the left and feminism to some degree. Because they preach no shame. Women don't want to be shamed for wearing what they want and looking like a 304. They don't want to be objectified or sexualized. All things that typically would be frowned upon. Y'all want us to be more accepting of what's inappropriate, but things that are more appropriate, y'all want to shame people for wanting that. What's good is bad, and what's bad and what's good is bad, and what's bad is good. Bizarro world, clown show.
You must unlearn what you have learned.
And y'all want to get it, and y'all want to get mad because guys want to get passports because they don't want to accept this BS. Y'all are over here clowning women that actually want to be traditional wives in this country because they see through the BS. See, this was one of the reasons why I made that video about poly being a solution to relationships in the US. This is one of the main reasons why I brought it up. Because if women are so against being traditional with this economy that we're living in and with the women outnumbering the men, why not go poly? Just go 2 women to every man. That'll make everybody happy, and that'll make things economically easier for people. And you will probably have less women complaining because at least 2 of y'all gonna have a man. Y'all outnumber us by millions. So even if you were to pair everybody up one by one monogamously, you're still gonna have millions of women left with no man.
You lose.
And if we're being brutally honest, most men would prefer to have more than one woman sexually anyway. I know the last few things I probably said in the last couple minutes was probably pretty unpopular. People are going to disagree. That's fine, but you can't disagree with the knowledge. You can't disagree with the logic of it from a numbers standpoint. I mean, you can disagree with it all you want as far as your feelings go, because there are women who are going to watch me and they're probably not going to like that and they're going to hit the dislike button. That's fine. But from a numbers standpoint, you can't disagree with me. And we already in Sodom and Gomorrah 2.0 anyway.
Bruh.
Let me know what y'all thought about this, man. I find it very interesting that even the trad wives are getting heat too, man. It's like if it ain't the left, you getting left. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hitting that bell notification. That way y'all know when I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm. Helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the for the travel vlog channel. Unplugged Traveler link is in the description and pinned in the comments. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.